Hi, I'm Liz for Kelowna Now, and I'm back with Garry. Hi, Garry.
Hi, how you doing?
Good, nice to see you again. So this week we are talking about things to consider when you are gonna buy a bike, and so these are questions you should kind of ask yourself before you show up at a bike shop. So what things should people consider?
Well, that's right. Somebody's getting back into biking, they're not sure what they want to get. We ask them, okay, where do you want to ride? And where are you going to ride most often? And how much of that you're going to do? You know, what do you want to do with your bike? And then we can narrow it down to a specific type of bike.
Okay, so let's assume people have kind of done their own checklist and figured out where they want to spend most of their time. So let's get into some specifics. And let's say that I really want to go fast and I want to challenge myself this summer, maybe hit some hills, maybe try a triathlon. What would you suggest?
Okay, well, obviously I'd suggest a road bike. So you can go with your standard traditional road bike with the drop bars, but there are also some performance hybrids that are almost as fast as a road bike as well. But if you think you're going to be maybe doing a triathlon or two, you may want to add some aero bars to it, then I would go with your typical drop bar road bike. It's like anything else, the more you pay, the lighter the bike, the better the components, the better the shifting, and yeah, the lighter weight the bike is overall.
Next, I want to hit the trails. I want to be able to not only climb, but go down and feel pretty secure, whether it's rocky terrain or mud, anything like that. What would you suggest?
Yeah, so you want to get a bike that's going to, if you want to go up and down, get a bike that pedals well. The sweet spot in the Okanagan for us is around the 5.5 inches of travel, so around 130, 140 millimeters.
And what do you mean when you're talking about travel for people that don't know?
Good question. When we talk about travel, we talk about how much the front suspension actually goes up and down and how much the rear suspension will travel up and down. And so you want a bike that's going to climb well and the suspension isn't going to be activating as you're pedaling uphill. And then coming downhill, you want it to work and suck up the bumps so you can go faster.
Right, and I guess there's all different sizes of wheels now, and that's sort of a trend that changes from time to time. Is there a certain size of wheel that people should be looking into?
Good point. In the last 5-6 years, there's been a trend away from the 26-inch wheel size, and it jumped to 29-inch and then seemed to settle on 27.5-inch.
Let's move on to the commuter. So this is just, you want to get your groceries, you're coming to and from work, maybe heading to the beach. What would you recommend? What's important to think about there?
Well, you get the same wheel size as a road bike for commuting, so it's the 29-inch or what they call 700C. Be a little bit wider tire, so a little bit heavier than your road bike, but capable of taking a few bumps, and you can take shortcuts across the greenway and dirt pathways and dirt roads.
So bottom line, when you're thinking about buying a bike, what is the most important thing you should ask yourself?
Well, obviously budget comes into play, but I don't think you should set the budget until you go out there and look at the different models that suit your need. Bikes have branched out into a lot of different categories now, and you want a bike that's going to meet the majority of your biking needs in one model. Mm-hmm. And you know, if you're doing a lot of varied cycling, if you're going to be going up to Silver Star, then you're going to go ride Myra Bellevue, and you want to ride the roads, and you know, one bike won't do it all. So I would say look carefully at what you want to do with the bike, and do you think you're going to just ride and not grow with it? If you're going to grow with it, well, maybe spend a little more money so that you can grow into that bike that you're buying.
Thanks so much for meeting again with me, Garry. For Kelowna Now, I'm Liz, and I've been speaking with Garry Norcombe, owner of Cyclepath Kelowna.